So active learning is often defined by what it's not. So active learning is not a traditional lecture format. So in a traditional lecture format, what we typically see is an instructor at the front, often not necessarily interacting with the students, but delivering content, and the students are out in the audience writing down that content. But active learning turns that model around, and the students are solving problems and answering questions in class. And there have been a number of studies to show that this is much more effective for student learning. In fact, I helped to participate in a meta-analysis where we looked at 225 studies from across science, technology, and mathematics, where people were comparing both student learning and student failure rates in classes that use traditional lecture versus active learning. And we found that students in active learning classes were much more likely to pass and learn more than students in the traditional lecturing classes. So there are lots of ways to do active learning in your class. One that I found that's really successful is having people use clickers. These are remote control devices with A, B, C, D, and E on them. You present questions, typically multiple choice questions. Students answer those questions first as individuals. They then turn to their neighbor and talk about the questions and vote again. And then you have a whole class discussion where you're going through why the correct answer is correct, why the incorrect answers are incorrect, and what thinking students might have that's going to help them get from the incorrect to the correct answers. There's lots of other ways to do active learning too. So small group activities. Often I have students filling out interesting worksheet problems that follow a family and their genetics for many generations, so they're working together to solve those problems in class. You can also have debates and student presentations and demonstrations in the classroom where students are predicting the outcome.